We came into 2025 with an exceptional amount of money in our bank account, probably more than we've had in years upon years. And so I feel like that's a testament to how well we managed our finances in 2024. So I have compiled a list of some financial ins and outs for 2025. Let's talk all about them. By the way, I don't know if Starbucks is still canceled or not, but fret not. I actually used my gift card that I got. National School Counseling Week was like 2 weeks ago, the first full week of February. Obviously, I'm a counselor, and so we got gift cards, and they came from my coworker, and you know, I'm going to use it. So feels interesting to be talking about money and all of that, saving, paying down debt whilst drinking coffee from Starbucks that you might think I spent my hard-earned money on, but I did not. But yeah, I don't know if Starbucks is still canceled, but worry not. Well, I am drinking Starbucks. I shouldn't be drinking Starbucks, talking about Starbucks, but what am I gonna do, not use the gift card? That's crazy. Let's talk about these ins and outs. Okay, first off, we have intentional spending. And I feel like we were more intentional about our spending in 2024 than we had been in some previous years, though not as intentional as I would like to be in 2025. We're already about 2 months into 2025, and we've been pretty intentional with our spending. We've also been trying for the whole month of February this kind of like no spend, low spend hack thing. I did a whole video about it if you want to know the deets and why I came up with it and why we tried it and if we were successful or not. So I'll have that linked. But basically being more intentional about our spending, only buying things that we absolutely need. I'm pretty good about that. We are pretty good about that just in general, but definitely trying to lock in with that more in 2025. Another end that we have is debt reduction. Now, technically every month we are paying down debt, i.e. our mortgage. Our mortgage is a large debt that we pay on when we make our monthly mortgage payment each month. Our car note is a form of debt. So like technically bare minimum each month because our mortgage is the amount that it is and our car payment is the amount that it is. That is already off the top, about $2,000 that we're technically putting towards debt each month. But I would like to up the ante and kind of tackle some of the debts that we have that are kind of lingering. One of them being our car loan. I maybe misspoke in a previous video. It will be paid off at the end of 2026, at the end of next year, just because it's a 6-year loan and we've had it for 4 years as of last month. It'll be paid off at the end of next year, just regardless, but I would actually like to, pay that off this year. Also, another debt that we would like to pay off potentially would be my husband's student loans. We were paying off his loans. We paid off half of them. We stopped because an opportunity to buy a home came up. So we bought this house, and otherwise we would have finished paying off his loans, but this was a better purchase, if you ask me. And then we had COVID, so they were in a forbearance, and then he went to grad school. So basically, they've just been lingering. The balance isn't super high, and so we kind of need to pay those off sooner rather than later. No real rush, because, he's in grad school currently, so we're not having to pay on them. And we pay for his grad school out of pocket, that tuition out of pocket, so we're not adding to it. But they've been essentially on the back burner for years, and so it's time to lock in and pay off those student loans. So we're looking to eliminate some debt in 2025, more than just the regular monthly payments. We're looking to make some additional payments. Another N is cash savings. You might not know this about us, but we don't actually have a lot of cash savings across the course of our financial freedom journey. We've either invested it, put it towards debt, spent it. We normally just don't have a bunch of cash savings, but coming into 2025, we had so much savings in our checking account, or just like money that's been accruing the last several months, probably like the last half of the year, that it actually felt pretty good. I don't think we'll keep it in that account because that's sketch to me. I like it to be out of sight, out of mind. But I will say just opening up the account and seeing the money in there has been a good feeling. So either way, we're looking to just add some cash savings. We have 3 cars. One's like a raggedy pickup truck. And then that we got this, it was basically gifted to us. Then we have the car that I drive and the car my husband drives. The raggedy truck, of course, is paid off. And the car my husband drives is paid off because we paid that off like soon after we got married. But the car that I drive is the newer car. There's a car loan, and basically at some point we're gonna have to replace the car my husband drives. He doesn't drive much, thankfully, so that's why the car has so many miles on it, and it's very old, super old. But my wheels are turning, thinking about how it would be great to have a cash savings. I'm thinking we got like a couple years on that car, but just be saving up money to have cash to either buy a car in cash or put a significant amount down on the next car. Another in is hair appointments, which sounds random to have on here, but almost all of our ins are sort of opposites of our outs, so we'll talk about those in a minute. But while I do tend to keep my hair done, I want to be even more intentional about it in 2025 because I am on a journey to better managing my natural hair. I have not done a good job of it over the years. I've been wearing box braids, I'm sure you know. And so I just want to be not so much spending money on styles like this, but styling my actual hair. So essentially I'm giving myself permission to be sitting in that lady's chair, getting my hair done maybe like once every 6 weeks or so, or whatever. It's just something that's going to be happening in 2025. Having my hair done is something that's important to me. So my husband has been growing out his hair, so he has to go get his hair done too, as opposed to just going to the barber shop to get it cut off. So hair appointments are in. We're like always booking a hair appointment, I feel like. So they're just gonna be in for 2025. Another in is going to be reusable products. Something that I noticed particularly last year, I feel like, is that, well, I know I'm not a person who likes any product that I only can get one use out of. But when I think about like paper towels and cleaning with those over a microfiber cloth, like they don't even compare. I'm going to choose a microfiber cloth every time because they are plentiful. I have a decent amount of them. I can wash them, bleach them, reuse them. I don't have to be buying paper towels, which are expensive. So anything basically that can be reused, although I'm already pretty good at that, but like I wanna tighten up. Anything that I can buy so it can be reused, I'm going to buy it. In 2025, I hope to not really buy anything that's not reusable. Another in is giving and donating. As I mentioned previously, in 2024, I had an epiphany where I felt like I wasn't being as intentional with my giving and donating as I would prefer. I do a lot of giving and a lot of donating. Everybody knows this, it's no secret. That's just part of who I am. But I want to be even more intentional about it. Instead of just having a laissez-faire approach towards it, I want to make sure like it's something that I'm really locking in with each month. And so I think I started this in 2024 at the end of 2024. I have it on my goals list each month to celebrate / help somebody in a significant way. So it's a random act of kindness because I'm not necessarily telling people about it exactly, like about what I'm going to do for them, or I don't know who I'm going to do for at times, but whatever it is, it needs to be exceptionally nice. I'm talking like overboard, over the top type of thing. The reason for that is because I do a lot of like picking up people's tabs at restaurants and buying people little gifts and things of the sort, but it's just all kind of, I don't know, I don't want to call it basic because I don't think any form of giving is basic, but I just want to up the ante a little bit, mainly because why not? There's no good reason for me not to be doing it, I feel personally. Next up is money meetings with my husband, because those need to be more plentiful. We kind of get in a rhythm every now and again where we're always talking about money, honestly, but we kind of do get in a rhythm every now and again. By rhythm, I mean like a bad habit rhythm, like not a good rhythm, of where we have more of a laissez-faire approach towards it, where we're not sitting down and being really specific about what we want our money to do for us and XYZ. So we need to lock in with that a little bit more. Probably going back to meeting with our financial advisor will help. Going back to investing money via our financial advisor will help potentially. If you're new around here, then you should know that my husband is like a man's man when it comes to money. Like basically he goes to work and then that's pretty much it. And he doesn't spend money much at all. He might go through the drive-thru at McDonald's or something or whatever, but like he's not spending large amounts of money. He just makes the money, which pays our bills. So like that's all that he does. So I think more money meetings need to take place. We used to be like super good with this for years and years and years and years, but I'd say the last year or so we probably fell off a bit. So we need to get back with having money meetings for sure. Another in is paycheck budgets. What I mean by this is actually budgeting for our paychecks. I do this already, but it is something that is so in, that has been so in our lives that it must be in for 2025. So this isn't something that we want to start doing. This is the one thing that has single-handedly carried us over the course of our marriage, which is the course of the time that we've been managing our money together. And so it is something that is not up for debate and definitely something we need to take into 2025. I use the app Fudget for breaking down our paychecks and budgeting for them. I've done numerous videos about this over the years, but I'll try to link the latest one that I did to show you what that looks like. Although I do think paycheck budget routine type of video needs to be forthcoming to show how I'm doing it in 2025, but definitely paycheck budgets are in for 2025. Another in is money transparency, which looks like this, or it might look like having chats with friends or family members. It is something that I have always done. I do not think discussing finances is taboo. Some things are a little weird for me, like I don't know why anybody would need to know maybe the exact amount in my checking account or my savings account or investment account. Stuff like that is a little bit weird, but salary transparency within my field is a must. But just talking openly about money, I feel like in doing that, it removes the shame, the guilt, the embarrassment, and all of that. And because money is just money, it's just a resource that we use. I say that lightly, but it's really just a resource that we all absolutely need to survive. Some people have way more than others, some people have way less, but at any rate, that's what it is. And I'm just a money transparent kind of gal, so I'm not going anywhere. Another in is friend dates. You may not know this about me, but well, I have a lot of friends, but the caveat is that 85% of the friends that I've ever made in life, I made growing up, like in elementary school, middle school, high school, undergrad, or even grad school. Since grad school, I haven't made that many friends, and then the friends that I have made don't live near me. I have 3 friends in this area who I've all made via work, and I've been living here for 10 years, and I've amassed 3 whole friends at work because I don't know how to make friends outside of there apparently. And I have been really trying to be intentional about those friendships, and we normally schedule a friend date every month. Occasionally we might have to go longer than that, but I guess I feel like if I can't go reach out and touch any of the other friends that I have, then the ones that I can reach out and touch, I absolutely need to be reaching out and touching. That sounds weird, but I definitely need to be hanging with them, spending time with them. Friend dates are going to be an important thing in 2025, so much so that I'm even gonna, kind of reserve my personal spending that I get or have each month for those friend dates, even if I have to curb spending on something else to afford a friend date, which it might be a $25 brunch, or, it might be something cheap or whatever. Of course, sometimes we go to free things and such. Basically just prioritizing those and making sure that they're at the forefront, even if they are going to cost me money. Those are all of the ins. Let's talk about the outs. One out is being too comfortable. Like I said, a lot of the outs are kind of opposites of the ins, but one out is being too comfortable with our spending. We are very comfortable with our spending. We have a budget that we have tailor-made to fit our needs, and it has been operating seamlessly for years. It's literally the exact same budget. Our budget is very comfortable, and because of which we kind of know, like, yes, I track all of our expenses, but we know when we're doing too much, or like we just know, It's a privilege in being comfortable, I realize, but I feel like we sometimes are too comfortable. Another out is unnecessary fees. We had a lot of unnecessary fees, one of them being our HOA. As an example, we just got another fine because I mentioned this in a previous video and somebody said it was irresponsible financial advice, and I wasn't telling anybody to do it, but it's just something that we do all the time, and it's terrible. So we're already off to a bad start. The side of our house, one side of our house is dirty, I think because of the hurricane and stuff. So we need to pressure wash it. And they sent us the letter on apparently January the 30th. I don't know when it got to us, but by the time we checked the mail, the date for which we needed to rectify the situation before we got a fine was already passed. So that's very much on us. But yeah, we also didn't get it out of the mail in time to rectify it before having to pay the fee. So keep up your house so you don't get fined by your HOA if you have one. That's the advice I would give, not to follow in my footsteps. But yeah, we already got a $25 fee because of that. And we just need to be staying on top of things like that so we don't even get a letter in the mail anyway. Another one is Amazon purchases. Sorry, Jeff, but he's out of here. I will have you know, first of all, in 2024, 2023, previous years, I would only purchase from Amazon once for our household per month. Basically, I would compile a cart filled with everything that we would like to purchase, aka me. My husband doesn't really spend money, as we know. I'm definitely not online. Like, he bought his first pair of shoes offline last year and he was so amazed. I think he bought 2 and he was like, that was so easy. And I'm like, you've never bought shoes online before? And then I thought about it and I was like, well, I think he said no, but then I was thinking, I was like, in all the years that I've known him, I don't think he's ever bought anything online. Now that I think about it, which is crazy because he doesn't go to stores to purchase anything either unless I force him to. Like, please go buy yourself some new something. But anyway, I would just purchase once a month. But if there was something that I was going to buy for someone else, I would go ahead and purchase it. Like this month in February, there's nothing that I have purchased from Amazon, but my friend's birthday is coming up and her birthday party is in a couple days. And I did buy her stuff from Amazon. I'm looking to see if I bought anything from Amazon in February. No, it showed me the last 30 days. I haven't purchased anything. So this was my only purchase. More of the story is purchasing from Amazon, even once a month, is out. Yes, I used to do it once a month, maybe twice or 3 times if I was purchasing something for someone else. But I'm not trying to be purchasing from Amazon at all in 2025. Yeah, basically I'm not trying to be on the air for real in 2025 unless there's something that I need really quickly or something that I am going to get a better deal on. Costly parties. We moved into this house a month before COVID touched US soil. I always say that because it's true. In December of 2019. And we thought we were going to be hosting. We had two or three housewarming parties scheduled and like all the things, but we were confined to the house for years and we finally escaped the trenches in maybe like the end of 2022. So we hosted our first little party. And since then, we've been on our hosting back. And I actually really like hosting. But I actually prefer to host for smaller amounts. I have noticed because it feels like just having a few people over and being able to kind of control the situation rather than it being chaotic. And the more people, the more we spend, it feels like. So basically, I do want to still host in 2025. I want to host smaller parties, more intimate parties where, you know, sometimes I'm cooking at home and I'm cooking larger portions, of course, because we love leftovers and we love not having to cook and we love having food prepared so we're not tempted to go out to eat. So when I'm cooking, I'm like, this is quite literally enough to feed like 8 people or 10 people. I could be feeding people, cooking them meals and such for $30 or whatever, taco night, a little brunch or something. Like all of this I could be doing with other people for the community of it all and all the things. So I do want to continue to host in 2025 and we will probably have some parties where there are a large amount of folks, but basically I want to do more intimate events. If we are going to have a bigger party, then I don't want to contribute as much. So sometimes people want us to host parties and stuff. They're like, when's the next party? And I'm like, we can always host something. It's just that everybody's gonna have to chip in and can play their part. So everybody's gonna have to bring a dish or something so that, you know, it's an even playing field and we're not footing the bulk of the bill. Next, we have nail supplies. First of all, I'm trying to grow out my natural nails, which is unhinged because, I mean, it's going kind of good, but not that great. But I do not need any nail supplies for 2025. I've been doing my own nails at home for years. It's a way to save money. The amount that you spend going to get your nails done in any given month is how much I spent over the last couple of years to do my own nails at home using the Gel X method because that's how inexpensive buying all of your nail supplies can be. So I don't need anything. If I do need anything, it might be glue, which is like $10. But because I'm trying to grow out my natural nails and not go back to doing my nails, I shouldn't need any nail products. I have everything I need to do my natural nails for the entirety of the year. So basically I'm not trying to spend anything on nail supplies. Next, similarly, makeup products. First of all, I only wear makeup like a couple times a week, and most people can't really tell because, well, first of all, that's the point, but then also I wear so little, so I'm not wearing a lot. Basically, you know, your makeup brushes and sponges and stuff can be cleaned. I have a contour palette that's gonna last me the rest of the year. I have a couple of mascaras that are going to last me. I have 2 highlighters, I have 2 blushes, I have a pencil, eyebrow pencil, which I hardly use that, of course. Basically, I have enough makeup products to last me all year, as opposed to last year I did purchase a few products, but I have enough to last me all year, so I don't need to buy any makeup products. More clothing. There were a couple of years that I was building out my capsule wardrobe. It's pretty built out at this point. I will have to replace products over time. Like once my white turtlenecks get dingy, I'll have to replace them. I have 2 of the exact same ones because I love them. But once they both get dingy, which one has a hole in the back, which is fine if I wear something over top of it. It's like a little hole. Or I know a seamstress who can fix it up for me. But once those get dingy, I'll have to replace those, or once something gets dingy, I'll have to replace those items. Without rambling on and on, basically I built out my capsule wardrobe already. And yes, I'll have to replace pieces as needed, but this year will probably be the first year where I am having to replace pieces less frequently, just because I kind of re-upped on pieces last year. I had a goal of doing so. So 2025 should look real good in the no buy for clothing department. Similarly, shoes. My friend just gave me a pair of shoes, a pair of brand new Nikes, and I have a few pairs of sneakers. I just bought a pair of like flats that I wear to work every day. I have a couple pairs of boots that I wear regularly. I have other shoes. Basically, I don't need any more shoes is what I'm trying to say. I shouldn't buy a single pair of shoes in 2025. However, I am realizing as I'm thinking it through, I normally have like a sandal or 2, a pair of sandals or so that I wear in the summertime. And the ones from last year are raggedy. I don't think they're gonna last this summer. So by raggedy, I mean they're falling apart. So I may have to, I know this probably makes me look like I'm just walking around looking crazy. I'm not, but I do wear stuff until I can't wear it anymore. And I do use stuff until I can't use it. Once it looks too crazy, I'm like, all right, it's gotta go. But yeah, my sandals are falling apart, my wedges. That's because I wore them every day in the summer. So I may need a new pair of wedges, but that should be it. Home decor. We have lived here for a while, 5 years, and I don't need any home decor. That's for sure. And lastly, we have restaurant visits. So I don't know if you guys know this, but in 2024, we went to restaurants very minimally. I'm talking about sit-down restaurants. The drive-through, we will go through that. But as far as like a sit-down restaurant, we went to those very minimally, which is great for us. Probably why we ended the year with so much money, truly, because we can blow through some money at a sit-down restaurant. But we made it a mission to not go there frequently in 2024, and we've been doing the same thing so far in 2025. In fact, our caveat was we will go to restaurants if we were invited by other people, like going with other people, but not just going by ourselves, which seems kind of saddening now that I think about it, but it wasn't that bad, truly. And we're still doing that in 2025. Those are our top 10 financial ins and outs for 2025. Obviously, there are other ins and other outs, but those are the top ones that we are looking to adhere to and that we think will help set us up for success in 2025. Let me know one of your financial ins or outs down below in the comment section. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.